a great step to female qualities that can slow down the economic growth. We focus on young female entrepreneurs. The program is on Canal International. Stay tuned. Women entrepreneur has been recognized during the last decades as an important untapped source of economics around the world. Today, the world is putting so much effort towards empowering women in business. I have answers to those questions. If you want to watch our past editions on the program Women and Leadership, you can go to our YouTube page. You just simply and let the conversation begin. We're talking about women and leadership, and today we are focusing on young female entrepreneurs. I bet you they started as teenagers, and today they're growing to.
Not really. Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about that.
I'm not shy.
And it's the first time you're coming to studio to talk about your project, talk about you.
Yes, it's the first time I'm there.
All right. Now, equally talk about your own projects. We equally let's show how you program.
During the youth week, what did I do? I actually took few of.
By doing what exactly?
Like doing work like.
How old are they?
You have 16, 15.
All right. Thank you so much. You talk about your own projects. We equally have the way from Boya to be here. I want to thank you for taking out time to be here today. But how do you feel?
I feel great. At the same time, I feel great being on set with you today. You look very beautiful.
Thank you so much.
It's an honor and it's a pleasure to be here with other amazing young girls doing powerful things in their community. So it's an honor to be here, and I feel happy to be here.
Now I want to start with Nicole. Like, happy birthday!
Thank you.
Actually, your birthday. Now, on your birthday, what's that remarkable thing you want to do?
On my birthday, yes, I always people who don't have, because there's some people who owe hospital bills.
All right, tell us about yourself. Who is Nicole Ebut?
Okay, Nicole Ebut is an entrepreneur, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. If I'm into tech, brand, cultural brand, systems around everything. Like even without me, some of them work very well. I try to build the culture for all my businesses. Like each sector has a particular, all of them. I mean, I'm still young, I'm not married, so I have all the time to manage all the businesses. No. I started business since I was like 18.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all of that. So I had to move to Douala. And I came to Douala, I mean, I had nothing.
You came to Douala with nothing?
Nothing at all. I actually came here because
yes, way back.
I had my town.
All right, continue. Yeah. Let's hear your story.
I mean, I felt like I traveled to Nigeria one time, worry of everything, right? Because my story is a very long story. Yeah, so that was just hard to sell Irish and egg around Makepe.
That you doing it? You had a spot where you sell on the spot?
Yeah. I put cosmetics in my bag. I had this good complexion. I would try to convince them to buy my products. Sometimes I'll walk around with samples and tell them that, look, I have this product that can clear your knuckles, can clear your pimple, and all of that. And you know, women like to try stuff. So I usually convince them, and that's how I make sales. And then in the evening, I have this spots around Makepe. I'll go there and sell my Irish and egg in the evening.
All right, that's you hear your story and you're convinced and you get inspired on what to do. Let's hear your own story. We have
Context.
Okay, what do you have on you?
Yes, what I have on me, I use the print, and this is not an idea that just came up. I am this person that has always been. You must see a fabric, a print, something that would define me. We define my originality. You have your own identity wherever you go to. Exactly.
That African
and
identity.
Everybody who knows me, everybody who has ever come, you know, it's a description. Like if the one called, Fatima, yes, the one always with one African something on her. Okay. Yes, that's my identity. So I was passionate to wear the prints, so different styles, and it would be so amazing, magnificent to me. I used to admire her so much. Now, this business, this whole becoming a business person is a product of Corona.
Okay.
Because I'm a career-oriented person.
Okay. Schooling? Just to focus on business? Is that what you're saying? Is that what
Yeah.
you're telling us?
No, not really, bro. Before even starting the business, I had my master's. Start eating money with this your, with this your passion. You need to start making money. Don't just be passionate about it, but try to earn. The whole of it became a Corona idea. But at the time we had the lockdown in the house, and I said, okay, I will not just sit down. I lost my job, what I was doing.
All right. Okay, tell us more about the business. What's it all about?
The business, it's about designing clothing, every accessory you can ever think of. The sewing for me. I have people I work more on my client base, taught me.
All right, we'll talk about funding, how you started eventually. Because there are people out there ones like, how did she begin? How much? How much profit does she have? Now, how many people does she employ? We're talking about young female entrepreneurs. We equally have, I want us to go to Boya. She's from Boya. Now, tell us more about your projects.
You're welcome to the town of legendary hospitality. That's what we say in Boya. The projects I do currently, I'll speak about what I came here for, which is the fascinator business, because I'll describe myself as a woman who is multifaceted and limitless, because I'm also into women empowerment through community development projects, and I'm currently doing my master's in environmental and occupational health with experience in both corporate and NGO.
Right?
I would not call it a main project because I do all of them side by side.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
But how old are you?
I'm 25.
You're 25 today. And for how long have you been pushing this?
How long? When the crisis started and I could not go to school that year, so I was
You're about 20 by then? Or 21?
How old was I? No. Probably 19.
All right.
18.
All right,
I was home. And I think at the time we just received the presidential grants, like the 50,000. So I took out 6,500 from there, and
6,500 francs from the presidential grants.
Yes, and
to start off something.
To start off something. I paid a classmate of mine to do beads.
Okay.
So I gave him the money. He got me some beads, and I learned a few designs. And in the lockdown, I used to teach my neighbors on how to do it. I'll gather them at home, the steam and stuff like that. So. It continued to say fashion market accessories, fascinators. And I was like, oh, I like this thing. She's like, you can never do it, it's very difficult. I'm like, okay. I love challenges. So I'm like, okay, after this program, that's the first thing I'm going to hand. I'm going to settle on fascinators. So my sister got married in 2020, and I was like, I'm going to make a fascinator for your wedding. She was like, okay, if you can do it, then that's fine. And I took up the challenge. Forward, I think the first 2020 I did not make any major sales, but 2021 people were recommending me, people were calling, and that's how I grew. And along the line, I learned from other people. I paid to learn some particular designs, but most of the time it has been self-taught. Yeah.
Means you had focus, you had a project in your mind, you had it in your mind, and when you took it out of your mind, and today you have what we have here today. The fascinators. Now I want to get to Shekina. Shekina, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Hope you're not shy. I want to get your voice. At 21, you already have your own business of your own.
Fashion. What I can say about Tuna Fashion is that we are specified on manicure, pedicure, face care. Tuna Fashion was my
Okay.
And she had another work, so she asked if
you had to step in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now stepping in, does it involve that you had to put in your own capital to start off with her?
No, just to
manage your stuff. You manage even cost of a specific capital you injected into the business.
No, that's true. I have a brand, a clothes brand. The name is called Mukam Takam.
You can also talk about where did you get your inspiration from?
As I said earlier, I got my inspiration from being. I met a lot of
Your parents were not giving you money.
So you have to, you have to go through a lot. And then I had friends who were from better background, and I saw all those things. I liked to be like them. Okay.
You use a path where you work your...
A lot of them pick up out of the blues and look at my parents, and the media is misleading them. There are a lot of startups, there are a lot of initiatives that young
to have money, your only source of income is a
path.
Oh no, that's amazing in my life.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
Nothing to have money, you need to be in a relationship, or you need to depend on somebody to have money. But I believe that we all are blessed with inherent us financially. That's what I believe.
Which means that a lot of young girls are out there, they have not yet identified their talents.
Exactly.
Are we talking the same? Am I saying?
Because she can be there, she will say that no, as a capital, she can invest.
Of course. Like as you asked a question earlier, right? Like what made me not to those are some of the reasons that I could not really do any kind of thing, because I know that it's
Preserve
going to
your image.
actually just cannot
You have people who procrastinate a lot. You will have, as I call them, you will try to lure them into saying reasons why you need to be on your own. Forget about what your parents are giving you. I've heard. I feel like with them
Having her own project.
having her own project, she just needs to, like what my sister, my co-host said, you just need to sit down and think deep within you. Bring out that potential in you. We all have this innate potential in us, inborn. So when you sit down, you need a push factor. Let yourself be talked into bringing out that skill deep within you. You should try to figure out what that potential is. Nobody will do it for you. We just need to tell you that, hey, I see this in you. You will be a great person. They have told you. So what are you doing? You need to work on yourself. Work on yourself, on your mentality. Your mentality shouldn't be people will give you. Maybe you are from a good background, they give you, people will give you. In order to...
So what is your push factor?
My push factor?
Of course.
I can say my push factor is, first I start with my parents. My parents.
You got a motivation from...
Like you have to sit down and think of something to do. They didn't show you that life is a better friend, person.
Now, I would like us to watch this right back after the jingle. Many call her Pamela the painter, a name she earns after embracing a job many claim is meant for men. She has had to distinguish herself and is a master of the arts of printing. The young lady tells me she got in the job against her parents' will, but again she has been roaming around without a job after graduating from school. The beginning was taught her back. She quickly regained. I saw myself in the midst of men. It was not by my colleagues.
On reste la famille.
Pamela tells me she had challenges. Imagine me, I feel like abandoning by the burden and devoted towards her job. Pamela has ambitions and projects her own decor company where I could continue with my art of painting too, where they excel in their businesses and careers.
Munie de sa combinaison orange et de ses outils de travail, Fidèle Kenny débute sa nouvelle journée de travail. Âgée de 33 ans, elle est mécanicienne depuis une quinzaine d'années, ici au camp Yabassi, à Douala. Mariée et mère de 4 enfants, Fidèle Kenny a appris ce métier de son époux.
De temps en temps, il venait lui rendre visite, ça me plaisait. Après, il dit, bon, comment je vais faire la vie? Il faut quoi la maison? Il ne peut pas le suivre, travailler. Quand lui est suivi, il travaillait, je voyais. Ça n'a pas posé de problème. Toute ma famille m'aime comme ça. Ce que j'aime, ma famille doit aimer.
Pour Samuel Ekete, son mari, c'est une fierté d'exercer le même métier que sa femme.
Elle était même en réunion. Bon, il y a réfléchir à part d'essence, comme ça, quand tu travailles avec la femme, c'est important.
Fidèle Kenny est assez populaire dans son secteur. Les clients satisfaits de son travail n'hésitent pas à revenir pour bénéficier de ses services.
Chaque fois que je viens ici, elle a avantage à faire ce métier.
Vu les difficultés, avec ça, on se débrouille. et on se bat, vraiment. Je peux vous dire vraiment très très satisfait. Pourquoi? Parce qu'elle s'en donne vraiment dans son travail.
Comme dans tous les domaines, Fidèle rencontre des difficultés, mais elle sait y faire face.
Depuis qu'elle a commencé à travailler, quand il est là, c'est pas facile avec les clients. C'est moi qui calme les clients.
La mécanique fait partie des habitudes de la famille du couple Ekete. D'ailleurs, les enfants prennent souvent la relève quand les parents ne sont pas disponibles.
Anything
goes back to that's the perception people had about women. I think that even with that you're not here to just, we need to bear children to be able to.
Some even get betrothed. Like you don't even have the choice as a woman, which is very different. Challenge. Lack of. Yes, I understand my vision. See it. They didn't deem it necessary to abide in what I am telling them to do.
That's seriously affecting the business, right?
It's so true with me.
All right.
So that has been my greatest challenge.
Nicole?
Aside from finances.
Nicole?
Yeah.
Your challenge? I feel like one point in
people who can act your path. Now, I always have issues with them because sometimes they don't understand, like she said. Sometimes no matter how much you try to get it, but at the end of the day, I think that bringing in new people, trying to still continue selling the vision, and I think you're going to get there.
Now, let's talk about funding.
Yeah.
How much to start with? How much to start with?
0 franc. I just started with my idea. I went to the snapping. I'll enter in your shop. I'll ask you, please, can you permit me just take this picture of this beautiful fabric, or this beautiful design, or this beautiful bead? And when I post on my status, I'm like, get my own commission, and that's how I started my business.
Okay.
That is it. You don't need to have this high amount to start up a business. You just need to be focused and goal-driven.
Young girls who are limited, like, I need like.
They need to wake up.
I need.
You don't need.
I said earlier, it's because of the glamour lifestyle that they see on. Business is all about branding to post. Yeah, actually, some may really need that amount because there are some people, like people do drop shipping. If your image is not clear, right, you will not be able to sell that product. So sometimes I think that having the capital too is important depending on your business, like the kind of business you want to do. For example, if she wants to do spa, that's a thing that you put your legs inside and you just wash your legs. Maybe she started gathering the money there, or maybe she went to the market, put eyelashes for 1,000 or do nails for 1,000. I believe in starting little. So you can always, when you start little, you understand. But so many social media, and that's why I always advise all young girls, there's a way you use social media. Not to get too
be productive.
To get productive, right?
You need to.
You have a phone.
You just want to prove.
Yes.
You have to forget about every flashy thing you see on social media and be real. And want to
where you are coming from.
All right.
And that's why these days, please let me say something before I forget. This is why these days, right? This is how maybe it can help somebody out there. This is how I use social media. Even when I just got into social media, I was never following all these glamour people on social media. When I go on social media, I'm actually a medium of learning. It's like a school for me, especially me who is a school dropout, because I dropped out of school. After high school, I didn't continue. After Pan-Africa, I never graduated from Pan-Africa. Yeah, so
because
I use it.
You continue with your business.
Yes, because when I started the business, that was why I asked her that how is she doing it?
At least right now you've gone back and you're trying to follow up your programs, right?
No, I've not gone back to school, but I mean I'm self-learning.
Okay.
I choose what I want to learn and I go learn the stuff because I don't believe in schooling. I believe in education. So the most important thing is for me to have it and to have the focus. I don't believe in school.
All right, you're talking about the social media thing.
Yeah, I was talking about social media, right? This is how I use social media, that it can help other people. I follow the things that I'm more interested in. Like when I can stay to me, you understand? Yeah, so that's how I use social media. Even if you follow me, I will not follow you back, not because I don't like you, but because I feel like I'm not interested in the things that you're going to post.
Those get into business, but they get into social media and they get through the wrong path.
Yes, what I will add is that young girls usually just want to snap, to show that she went to a restaurant, she has.
supposed to use it as a learning tool.
Yes.
Get there, get back to your life.
Exactly.
I'm not going there to just pick
That will
any
even encourage
junk.
you to do something good for your future.
Yeah.
All right, now who is your role model?
Who is my role model? This is a very difficult question to answer because I have role models in different facets, but my number one role model is my mom. I admire my mom, a woman, the importance of being a wife. The trap is that women feel like, okay, in order to be a woman, or in order to be a leader, and I can only be a leader out. And I believe that we are able to be who we are today because of the investments that she made in her life, in our lives, her presence in our lives, her desire to be more. And the inspirement, the inspiration also comes from the fact that way back I used to get angry and I'm like, okay, why did you not go further in your career? Because you were trained in catering and other businesses. Why did you not go find this? I used to be angry as good family.
You set your goals and you end up not.
Business does not limit you can excel in my business.
All right, let's talk about this.
The fascinators I started with, I got from my sister's wedding.
Fascinator. And then when you produce one, that was 5,000.
5,000 francs. And also.
And 5,000 francs produced what?
It produced a fascinator. It was worth 10,000 I invested. And I want to say that my capital was also my natural environment because my mom, she has a machine at home, so things like the scissors, the glue. Business you can start with is something that is in. Have a gold.
Exactly.
In you.
Yeah. That's exactly
those Look at those things you can do.
Yeah.
What are you dreaming of? Look at the mirror, look at yourself.
Yeah.
Ask yourself questions. What are those people?
Actually, I would say because actually, I actually started with. That's when I moved here to Douala, I started with 80,000. But I told campus, and then I used to move and do mobile hairdressing.
All right, 80,000 francs, and today how much? The capital of how much? Approximately. I'm sure we're running right now as capital because you employ for all your businesses. And now, do you have a role model? Do you have someone you're looking up to?
Yeah, my role model in business is Madam Kate Fotu. She's also my godmother in told me these same things. This is how she started. I've attended conferences where she talked about her story, and I really got inspired, and that's who I look up.
Leadership, and today we focus. Business, they want to just start from there.
Say,
all right,
you have this in you.
Two,
when you nurture the idea, try to look at people that have, done the same thing like you. Make use of your phone. Use on the media. Go to the market. Ask.
All right, move from you to. Tell us fourth.
The fourth thing is build your skill.
Okay.
Grow and always ask for feedback.
Number 5. Number 5.
I think number 5 is going to be you actually identifying your market, your customer, who you want to sell to, and then you actually try to get product market.
To have feedback. Your product, ask people. You can create a Facebook page, a YouTube page.
And we're already on number 5, and you don't even need a capital.
Yes.
Right?
I think that the capital comes in when you are
expansion. Maybe how you can start.
Okay.
You can start if you're doing fascinators. Try to, make friends with people doing fascinators. Build up your own customer base. How you do that? When you post that won't see. The first game you just play along, and before you know it, you're already having money to buy materials to start building up your own stuff.
All right. Another obstacle is at the level of the bank.
Very, very difficult.
It's very
difficult.
Call the police. I said there's a little girl here. She's asking for too much. Yes, Nicole.
Yeah. Okay. Now, it's kind of difficult because with banks, right? They mostly work with I mostly work with micro. Just look at your same startup entrepreneurs. Yeah. So I always deal with with microfinance than the banks.
All right.
Yeah.
Shikina, now we're in 2023. What are the projects you have in mind already? You talk about getting into clothing to add to your. Now, what are you dreaming of? When you look,
my dream is to be a business manager. I want to have my.
You're already a manager.
Yes. I want to do more about it.
You want to expand the business. You want
wider
to manage
more
people. Is that
have
what
a
you're
wider
talking
scope
about?
of
I'm trying to
management.
help you, right? So you see, you can talk.
Yes, I want to have companies everywhere about clothing, about fashion, because I like it.
But if you want people to know about you, right, means you need to put in more effort, right?
Yes.
You can't just sit in